Hello everyone, welcome back to the Lord of the Rings Online. This is Gnarlo here. Say hello to everyone, Gnarlo. Good boy. When we last left off, we were here in Aldburg, hometown of Eomer. We were back there in the Mead Hall, the Great Hall up here, and we were talking to Arkil, or Arkil I think, who is the acting leader here in the town of Aldburg while Eomer is away. And we had done a bunch of quests for him, trying to get the craftsmen and all back on their feet and getting them back in line. You know how it is, hard to get good work these days, I tell you. Back when I was working at the university and ran a maintenance and maintenance team, we spent half of our time wandering around trying to get people to get back to work, you know? And the cliche is really, really appropriate that there were people on the team that spent more time and energy getting out of work than if they had just done the work in the first place, you know? So, we have done that. We are going to head back into Kingstead, back on up out of the Eastfold here, and head back to Edoras, where our next part of the chapter is. Chapter 5, Eyes of Edoras. Talk to Horn by the Barrows outside of Edoras in Kingstead. So that is where we are headed now. Let's go ahead. It's getting to be dusk, so let's bring up the steed of Mickledelving so we can have our lantern going and justify turning it on here in just a little while whenever things get dark on us. You're not Horn, you're a West Eminent scout.
The Rohirrim will need your aid.
To the Eastfold, quest level 89. Oh, are you that Gnarlo that we've been hearing about? Gandalf Greyheim wishes to speak with you. I believe he said he would be stopping over briefly in Edoras. Perhaps you will find him there if you ride hard. I believe he was hoping you would help the folk of the Eastfold. Speak with Gandalf. Okay, we'll certainly do that. Anything that gives us a little bump on what we've got to do. Oh, and he's got another quest that we aren't quite leveled up for yet. That's fine. Actually, let's see. Are we going to ride to Edoras, or since we've spent all that time getting that stable here, what's with the stable master? And where are we bound? Are we bound in Edoras? Nope, we're bound in Shulfig. So, and I think we will always be bound.
These are desperate times for the Rohirrim.
I don't think we will ever be bound anywhere else than Shulfig, just so I can always say Shulfig. Because it is so fun to say. Yep, let's swift travel to Edoras for only, God, 52 silver. Damn. Well, it's like, what else am I doing with my money, you know? Other than getting Uber rides. So we're going to take the swift travel. I'm glad we didn't right away, though, because we wouldn't have had the To the Eastfold quest going on there. Which sounds like he's wanting to send us right back to where we are. Boy, look at that smoky, is that a fort? It looks like maybe a fort burning there. Some Rohirrim outpost. Hope everyone's having a good day. That was a good dang cup of coffee. And there is Gandalf. Let's dismount rather than riding all the way back there, because we've still got to go back out those gates and go meet Horn down next to the Barrows. Hello, Mr. Gandalf the White, sir. How are you doing? To the Eastfold.
Gnarlo, good, you are here. The Eastfold has need of you, my friend.
Indeed it do. What experience did we get? Got some for our mount. We need to look at our mount, too. Before we get word from Edoras, I want to pull up my war steed. Do we have any leveling up to do? Yes, indeed we do. He has got some leveling up. How many points? He's only got 1 point. Ooh, we have maxed out his agility. We have maxed out his endurance. What else are we working on? His armor. And we have his power and his strength. Let's max out his armor. There we are. And then we can finish maxing out his power and his strength, and then we'll start putting points into all this stuff down here. If we ever get that far, you know. Points spent, points available. Apply. Yes, that's where I want my points. Thank you. And it automatically dismounts you. Alright, back to Gandalf. Boy, you look funny with those new eyebrows, Gandalf. Didn't look so funny when you wore your hat. Word from Edoras. Quest level 88.
Hello there, Gnarlo. It is good to speak with you again.
However, the circumstances could be better.
Though Éomer has been freed already, word has not made its way to the Eastfold, where he is reaved. The people, I'm sure, would be pleased to hear it, and the news could bolster their spirits. Ride to the former capital of Rohan, Aldburg, and give the people there the news. While you are there, be sure to lend a hand. I fear that the Eastfold will be vulnerable with most of their men heading west. Be wary, though. The road to Aldburg may be dangerous in these days.
Look for danger along the road to Aldburg. Well, that would have been fine if we were going to Aldburg. We just came back from there. Guarantee you that's where those camps, those overturned wagons, those camps and all that we saw. Wonder why we didn't get this quest when we were over here headed over there. Interesting. Anyway, we need to head on out here. Go and see Horn. We may complete this just because it's another travel one, and it'll help us on along the path to level 88 here. We need a festival, people. We need to get a festival going so we can gain a couple of levels right quick, doing nothing. Alright, Horn. Talk to Horn by the Barrows. Let's see, now was there a bestowal with this? Did he tell us to do something? Nope, that was Arkil. That was telling us that, and we need to speak to Horn. Let's go ahead.
Speak with me when you are ready.
We have come once again to Edoras, this time in the company of both Corodan and Nona. Are you ready to walk through the streets and speak once more to Éowyn? Let me know if you are prepared. Allies of Wormtongue could be anywhere, and we must remain alert. Walk with him through the streets. Okay, we will do that. So is this going to be one of the...
Let us remain alert. Allies of Wormtongue could be anywhere.
It is a instance. Are you ready? Let us remain alert. Do not think that we have cleansed the city of them when last we were here. Another instance. As we battle the allies of Wormtongue once more. The minions of Saruman. Who I'm sure are only taking orders from Wormtongue because Saruman told them.
We have returned to Edoras and should see how Éowyn fares with her duties.
Well, for one thing, it's become suddenly daytime. That's disturbing. This way, Gnarlo. We will find the Lady Éowyn and see how her efforts have progressed, while we saw to the will of her brother in Aldburg. This way, everyone. Lots of children in the street today. We're not gonna have to fight and kill children, are we?
There she is, I told you.
Greetings, children. How fares the city?
Why should we tell you anything?
We have done nothing to cause you insult. What would your father say to this discourtesy?
How should we know? They're all gone. Because of Dunlendings like her.
Nona's hands are clenched and her eyes are ablazed. Step aside, Gnarlo. I will not listen to these children speak ill of my people. Make sure Nona does not hurt anyone. You need to learn something, weak-legged fools.
Get out of here, Dunlending witch.
You know nothing of my land.
We know enough. Your people want to kill us all. How many Dunlendings have you slain, small one? What? How about you? How many Dunlendings have you killed? None, but I'm not yet of age. I have slain more than 24 Dunlendings. They were allies of those who killed my brother, servants of Saruman. What have you now to say? Have you nothing now to say? Will you have something to say? Yeah, that's what I thought. Come at me, bro. Can you teach us how to fight? Please teach us swordplay. Ha! I did not expect this turn, Gnarlo. It seems our Nona has an effect even on the children of Rohan. If Horn is not cautious, he may find she has little time for him. So busy will she be instructing these children in swordplay. You should go on ahead, my friend, and find Eowyn outside Meadowsell. It may take us some time to get there. Oh, Lord. Every child's crazy about a tattooed woman. All right, let's go on up the hill. Looks like it's going to be up to us now to fight our way up through the steps of Meadowsell. Sure, we will be running into Wormtongue's folk. Very convenient way to separate the party once again. Never split the party, folks. Never split the party. I've been playing Dungeons and Dragons since when did I turn 12? 65? 1977 is when I started playing Dungeons and Dragons. So, never split the party, people. That was a hard-fought lesson. Alright, somehow or other we made it all up here. Apparently Saruman's foes are all children now. Hello, Miss Eowyn. My, you're looking mighty sharp there. Eowyn listens to your reports of visits to Underharrow and Aldburg, but you can tell from her guarded expression that something troubles her. I fear we did not root out of all of Grima's allies when last you were in Edoras, Gnarlo. I believe someone interferes with my efforts to empty the city. Someone cut holes in the sacks of grain we set by, and damaged the wheels of one wagon I did not think needed guarding. Selflad saw a suspicious figure flee the city to the north. Excuse me. Speak to her and see if she can provide you with a description of this man. If we do not know the appearance, we will not be able to ride him down like the we will not be able to prevent him from doing more damage should he return. Find her outside her home to the northeast. Northeast of the Meadowsell Steps. All right, north and east. We've got it correct now, and there's a ring there, so maybe we will not miss it this time. Get all our directions straight. It still feels weird to be going north this way. That should be north. Mountains are always to the north. You look like you should be older. This might be a instance of casting the way Frodo was cast in Lord of the Rings, where he was supposed to be a 50-year-old man. I will help you with anything I can, Gnarlo, if it will help the Lady Eowyn catch this man. Ask me what you will, and I will tell you what I remember of the man I saw. Okay. I did ask you what you will, and I will tell you what I remember. Tell me about yourself. My husband has gone to war with Theoden King, and now I must await for his return. We have been told that we cannot wait here at our homes, but must go to Dunharrow. What did you see? This morning, shortly before sunup, I walked through the lanes of the city. I wanted to impress upon my memory every detail of this my home. It was a sad walk down to the gates. Just inside the gates, a wagon was waiting for supplies to be loaded. Standing next to it in the shadows, I saw a man. Yes? What was he wearing? He crouched by the wagons, and I saw that his boots were caked with mud. He wore yellow or brown leather with a strap over one shoulder. I saw the glint of sun on chain in the early morning light. Was his hair distinctive? I cannot really remember the style in which he wore his hair, but his color was light in the dawn. I am put in my mind that it could have been an amber hue, but I cannot say for certain. His hair was rather shaggy, but he was crouched by the wagon, and he kept saying, "Zoinks!" and it might have fallen free from a binding with the effort he exerted. Are you certain about his dress? Yes, I am fairly certain, actually. Now that I think on it, I believe he may have worn a red brooch around his neck. The setting was gold, a very polished bronze, but the gem in the middle glowed red in the light of dawn. You're certain about his hair? I will not swear to it. I cannot be certain. All right, let's talk to Eowyn. Whoa!
If you were walking down here, why didn't you ask her yourself?
Oh my God. Zephlin's account? No idea what that's... No idea what that is. Eowyn listens to the description you obtain from Keflad and nods excitedly. Very good, Gnarlo, but we need confirmation and may now be able to obtain it. Another citizen of Edoras is claiming to have seen this man. Follow the road to the north and speak to Elfberg. If her description matches that of Keflad, we should be able to trust their memory of this man. All right, the road to the north. There we go. And where is Elfberg? Tell you, these old English, Middle English, whatever, Rohirrim names. I'd rather be speaking Elvish. Elvish and Dwarvish is less of a tongue twister than this. Hello, Elfberg. Tell me about yourself. I have lived in Edoras all my life, baking bread for the king's board. Now we must go to Dunharrow until he returns from the war. I do not know if the city will remain when we return, if we do return. Okay. Excuse me. What did you see? I wake early on most mornings, and this day I had difficulty sleeping. When I went to the storehouse to count the sacks of grain I need to bring to Dunharrow, I saw that the sacks were split and the grain spilled across the floor. I despaired at the sight, and then espied a man fleeing down the road. The villain. What was he wearing? He ran with great haste, and I did not get a good look at him. I think he wore black leather over chainmail, but the mail was mostly covered. I only caught a few flashes of silver. It was very dark. Was his hair distinctive? His hair was long and blonde. His appearance was very much that of a man of Rohan. It would make him difficult to find, I expect. Except for most of them are at war. Did he have a beard? Yes, a blonde one. Did I not mention it? Was he holding anything? He had an axe in his hand. It must be what he used to tear open my sacks of grain. The villain. Are you certain about his dress? Well, perhaps not. It was very dark. I think perhaps the leather he wore was not as dark as I thought at first. Perhaps it was more brown than black. The sun was not yet up when I saw him. It was dark in the lane. Thank you. Do you remember anything else? There was one more thing. He wore a brooch at his neck, fastened with a clasp. I saw the gemstone in its center glinting as it ran. He put me in the mind of a blood-red eye. Okay. Elfberg's recollection of the man she saw is very similar to that of Keflad. Alright, Good God, will you people quit sneaking up on me? Every time I turn around, one of you's standing right there, and I'm looking at your crotch. And I'd rather be looking at Eowyn's crotch than yours, but I'd like it if I wasn't looking at any of them, thank you. Horn listens to your account and nods. Ah. There are many men with blonde hair and beards in Rohan, Gnarlo. You! It was you! But this brooch sounds distinctive. A brooch. 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 This pin sounds distinctive. A red gemstone in the shape of an eye is not a common adornment among my people. This is how we will find this treacherous snake, and keep him from doing further hurt to Eowyn or her people. Completed. Eyes of Edoras. Let us go to Eowyn together and tell her what we have learned of this man. As long as I don't want to turn around and Corridan be standing right crotch high in front of me now, okay? Or Gandalf. I don't need to see your staff, Gandalf. Where are we at here? Hello, Eowyn. Anyone standing behind me again? Thank you. Let us go together. That's what I keep expecting. Where's Horn gonna pop in now?
A picture begins to form.
A picture begins to shape itself, Gnarlo. See, that's why I don't worry too much. Right there. That's why I don't worry too much when I get a line wrong. They can't get their lines right. The writings you recovered from Grima's chamber spoke in vague and shrouded terms in order to keep the identities of his allies a secret. But we have found some few of them already. Hebecca, Lufig, and Forthere has been defeated or imprisoned for their part in Grima's schemes, but it seems there was a fourth conspirator. It seems he used several names, among them Ednoth and Gothing. There may have been more than we know not. But now we have a common thread, Gnarlo. Our mysterious foe seems overly fond of a blood-red brooch. Hang on a second. Let's pull up Siri. Siri, how do you say this? All right, Google. Is it brooch? I think brooch.
Brooch.
It is brooch. But it says it can also be pronounced brooch. Oh my God. We're going to go with brooch. That's the way I've always said it, so that's what we're going to go with. All right, we're coming to blood red brooch, and as by this jewelry you will know him. We cannot risk his return. Only by tracking the secret enemy can we ensure he does not return to cause deadlier mischief.
Our mysterious foe seems to have fled Edoras to the north.
Our burglar tools just reached legendary 15. The other one reached legendary 34. We've got 37 silver pieces, so we've almost earned back a little more than half of the horse ride over here. Chapter 6, Through the Net. Travel to the entrance of Stoke in the Broadacres. Our mysterious foe seems to have fled Edoras to the north, Gnarlo. There are few settlements in that direction, but my guess is that he is making his way for Stoke in the Broadacres. You and your companions travel with haste to Stoke, there to see if you can apprehend this ally of Grima Wormtongue before he can wreak further mischief. Reeve Fritheld rules from Stoke, and she has been an inspiration to me since I was very young. Her strength is second to no man, and she has earned the respect of all who dwell in her riding. Still, this is not the sort of danger for which she is best suited. She faces enemies that attack over the fields and engage in open battle, not snakes in the grass that strike from in hiding. Bring news of this secret foe to her, and warn her that he may lurk within Stoke. I do not know what evil webs he may yet spin. They spin webs, not spring webs. That we can do.
Oh, Reeve Fritheld has always been an inspiration for me.
Okay, I'm glad to hear that. First, I'm going to turn on my light. Let's see where we are. Where is Stoke at? How far is it? We are here at Edoras. We need to ride to the north to where? The Stonedeans Broadacres. So it's straight across, then to Middlemead, then to Broadacres and Stoke. Let's see if we can get to Stoke. Let's go ahead and ride forth from the city. I'm going to ride the steed of Michael Delving while we are here in the town. Keep peering over every single one of these because you never know when you're going to ride over a cliff in this place. I've discovered when I'm riding a horse, especially in town, I do have a little bit of the ranger in me when it comes to riding over cliffs and stuff. Y'all remember that from the last time that we rode... Last time that we rode to Nona's Cave, the next thing I know, we were plunging over cliff faces. Don't see any rings on the map while we're going. And that is not the gate. That is not the gate at all. The gate over here. There's the gate. The gate's down there, and here's a semi-cliff face for us to ride down. I long for the simpler days of Nomadan and Narune when it's just like, go here, do that, ride there. Everything's on a road. I know the territory like the back of my hand. Just go that way. Just that way, you know? Okay, can we just cut across? Let's cut straight across this field toward Middlemead. Oh, look how they got the barrows lit up here at night. We hadn't been through here at night, I can't remember. It's nice to see the barrows of the ancient kings lit up, covered in the little flowers. All right, we're not gonna ride over the barrows. We'll wait until we're out of the ring of barrows here, out of that lane, before we head this way. Now, can we find a place where we can cross fairly easily? We've got kind of a low banks down here. It looks like we should be able to cross and get across on the other side. Oh, low banks. Miss Lowbanks, just saying this word here has made me want to come and see you. I need to do that. I'm sure we have some. I'm sure we have some trait skills that need upgrading. Jay give us that? Is it Jay? God, it's been a long time since we saw a trait tree. Yes, it is, and we do. We have a points available. We're going to go see Miss Lowbanks and revisit Miss Lowbanks in Bree so we can spend our trait point. Because you know there ain't going to be no burglar trainer out here. I don't even know if they put trainers out in these areas anymore, you know? Is there anything other than bits and pieces in the field? Yep, let's go right on up here. We should be able to can decide which one I wanted to ride past, the Scarn or the Warg there. It's like, which one's going to make me feel guilty? Not killing the Warg or not mining the Scarn? Alright, Middlemead should be on the other side of these trees. Looks like we will easily outride that Warg there. More warriors, more horses, more dismounted things. You have discovered Middlemead. Alright. Let's ride on into the center of town. I'll guarantee you that there won't be a actual entry for it. Let's take a look right quick. Middlemead. Is that going to be here? Deed bestowed? Quest of the Eastfold. Complete quest in the Eastfold. We have so far completed one. Oh, ha, 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 ha. Where is the quest? Kingstead Exploration. Is that the one with Middlemead? Yep, there's Middlemead, where it's just, you have discovered Middlemead. I got to say, and this I put on Turbine's head, I feel very disappointed in y'all's deeds now. Because they don't have that, at least the vast majority of them do not have that wonderful flavor text that y'all used to have. But I'm not going to keep going on about it. Not going to keep complaining about it. Y'all have heard me complain enough. Middlemead, do y'all have a stable master? Y'all got a mailbox and y'all got a milestone. Do y'all have a stable master here? Let's see. Clear all. And stables. Y'all do have a stable master, so let's grab this one.
Where is he at? Right up here. I'll say that looked like a stable, so where's the master of it now? Why aren't you up there at your stable? Yeah, walk over there to him.
I am afraid of what is happening to these lands.
Edoras, the Entwade, and Underharrow. You know what? Since we're doing this, and it looks like this is going to be the road we're going to travel out of town, let's pull up our collections right quick, and let's do one of my favorite things. Let's hit that stable map, and let's watch all the stables in the order that I picked them up. Watch them light up there. The time lapse of my journey through Middle Earth here. Ooh, we missed a couple back over there in the Entwade, haven't we? We missed several around. We'll have to... Oh, we missed 2 in the Trollshaws. I guarantee you that those there are ones that they added. Those have to be ones that they added after I came through. And I wouldn't be surprised if... Oh, I've never been to Northern... Yeah, right, Northern Mirkwood. That's where you do the road to Erebor. And I've never been any further than just those 2 than this lake town there. That's as far as I ever got up there, North Mirkwood. But I guarantee you South Mirkwood here, I guarantee you Mythicod, and probably these 2 in the Trollshaws, I wouldn't be surprised. And the one in Angmar too, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, Yoren's camp. I wouldn't be surprised if those were ones that were added after I went in there, you know, whenever they easy up the thing. Switch on the easy mode. Push the easy button. Alright, let's see if we can get on out of here. And I bet we need to turn this way. And let's ride on up to Stoke. Oh, is it 3 a.m. already? It is, just ding 3 a.m. Y'all saw the Hobbit gift appear again. Okay, well, we're already gone over half an hour. Let's get this episode finished up. Yep, we're in Broadacres now. Broadacres is the place to be. Land is overrun with hobbits like me. Yep, I'm old. I will make a Green Acres joke. Oliver! Used to watch that all the damn time at my aunt's house after I would get off of school. Me and my brother would get off the school bus. My aunt would keep us after school, babysit us while our parents were at work. Broadacres Exploration, Stoke. We have found Stoke. We will see if whether or not it has
The Rohirrim will need your aid.
Securing Stoke. I confess I find it a joy to see strangers journeying through our lands. As you can see, Stoke is in dire need of assistance. You should speak at once with Frithil, our reeve. No doubt she will welcome you as a friend. Frithil is likely in council with her captains within the mead hall. You should go there at once. I certainly will. Since we're heading there anyway, travel to the entrance of Stoke, so we still haven't actually made it to the entrance yet. And I bet you Stoke is just like the rest of them. The whole thing with Stoke, it ain't gonna have a... Corridan calls a halt as you approach the entrance to the city. Oh, look at you all. Look at you all stealthy here. First, let's go here. Broadacres Exploration? Yes, Broadacres Exploration. Rohan is home to many great cities and settlements. You have discovered Stoke. Alright, folks. Stoke.
It seems that our fortunes turn for the worse.
A glint of light caught my eye from afar, and my worries are now confirmed. Corridan holds up a small object he's found in the grass, a blood-red ruby fitted into a silver brooch shaped in the form of an eye. Our friend knew of our pursuit and discarded the only thing by which we would know him. Now he vanishes into the city, free to strike at his leisure.
I will give you this brooch, but I confess this is not the outcome for which I hoped. Now we must deliver a warning only to the Reeve, and not the means of ending the threat. Bring the blood-eye brooch to Frithold in the Mead Hall of Stoke. That we will do, but first, we are gonna call that an episode. Get another drink here. Thank y'all for coming along. I hope y'all have enjoyed it. It's good to be back in Middle-earth again. Good to have a little time to be doing some stuff. So, that is where we're going to leave it. I hope y'all have enjoyed it. Hope you've been entertained. I had a fun time. So, we will see y'all next time. I think it is Nomadan's time. That's just telling us we need to do our legendary. This is telling us we need to get our free silver gift for the day. What's it going to be? Massive pile of copper scraps. I always love those piles of scraps. Alright, so there you go. Had to remember what it was Gnarlo does. He doesn't bow. He doesn't think. He doesn't cheer. He doesn't thank you. He just smokes. So there we are. We will see y'all next time. Bye-bye.